everyone, it's Deborah. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm still wearing flip-flops, okay? And in my hometown, I live at the beach. I live on the water. It's like 40 degrees. I don't know. I'm just a flip-flop girl. So let's give everyone a little intro about me in case you haven't watched all 900 of my videos. I am 64 and I have a son that's 43 and a daughter that's 45. And in case you haven't noticed, I'm driving. A lot of people want to know what I'm driving. Well, you're just going to have to guess, but I can tell you that it's fast and throaty. And I've always been a Mustang girl. Oh, see, I just told you what it is. Actually, it's more than a Mustang, it's a Cobra. It was the only one on the East Coast. And the dealership knew that and added $4,000 to the price. Yeah, because I had done my research and evidently he had too. Okay, so I am single. I was married from 1973 to 2013. I am legally divorced. Don't let those guys fool you or women fool you on the dating sites. They'll say, oh yeah, I'm divorced. Well, check in the county. Ask them what county they got the divorce in, because it's all public record, you know. There's a beautiful Chevrolet truck behind me, but I'm a Ford girl. Okay. Yeah, it's a Cobra. Okay, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to spill the tea on myself. This is going to upset a little bit of people. I could run out of gas too, I'm talking to you. Because it's cold and I got flip-flops on. During the last 10 years of my marriage, I actually left and got my own apartment. During that time, I found out my husband at the time was sitting in the parking lot almost every night. I don't know what he was trying to find out. Well, there's nothing to find out. But during that time, I went and had an operation. I was so sad. I didn't want to see the sunrise the next day, if you know what I'm trying to tell you. And I thought, well, if I have this really major operation, maybe I won't wake up when it's over. Well, I did wake up when it was over. And I was a little bit mad, okay? Because God has a plan for all of us, whether we know it or not. So that didn't work, so I went and planned to have another operation. Knowing, only because I didn't want to wake up. And of course, I woke up again. So I go, well, I guess I better start listening to God. You know, he's trying to tell me something. Well, what he was trying to tell me is that when you revolve your whole life around your spouse, that is wrong. Your life should be revolved around your higher power, right? Not some guy or girl you sleep with, because they will disappoint you. So what God was trying to tell me is that there's a wonderful, beautiful world out there. You just gotta be brave enough to face it, right? And so then I took it head on. I did. I took it head on. I said, okay. So that's something that I've never, ever revealed, I don't think, to anybody, is that I would plan major, serious operations in hopes that I would not see the sun the next morning. And then when I went to have my spinal fusion, because I am disabled, 3 doctors looked at my MRI and X-ray and said, oh yeah, she needs disability. Yeah, I went and had a spinal fusion, a discectomy, and a laminectomy. And my pain level, I think I've told you this 100 times, went from an 8 to a 3. It stays at a 3. Now, because a lot of people say, why are you working so much? Well, because I owe it to the girls. They covered my shift for 22 days. So it's my gift back to them, is working whatever my manager tells me to. You know, that's what makes a great employee. doing what your manager wants you to do, within reason, of course. So, yeah, I did it, and tonight's my last shift, and then I got some time off. So I am doing something I've never done before. I am actually planning to do something when I'm supposed to be at work later on tonight. I am getting my hair cut. A lot of y'all have complained about me fiddling with it. Well, I'm just glad I got hair to fiddle with, right? So, yeah, it is an annoying habit, and I apologize. Okay. So I'm actually planning to do something during the daylight, because everybody calls me a vampire, you know, because I am a vampire. So I don't suck on any blood, whatever. So I'm going to the tanning bed because those rays really help you during the winter time. And I'm getting my hair cut because it is, when it's getting hard to comb, especially these dried up ends look like, if your hair looks like this, go get it trimmed. You know, and I do condition the crap out of my hair. I mean, I'm telling you I do. So I'm spilling the tea on myself. Yeah, and I'm getting my car inspected because it's got a number 3 on the windshield. And everybody thinks I live in Florida. No, I did used to live in Florida, next to Patrick Air Force Base in Satellite Beach. But I live in Virginia, and believe it or not, Virginia has beaches. And my beach was just recently nominated one of the 10 best beaches in, I guess, on the East Coast. Yeah, I just read that somewhere. So, what else can I tell you? Yeah, a lot of people think I'm a gold digger and then I took my ex for everything. No, I let him have the business, the house, the trucks. I signed over $500,000 worth of trucks, and a lot of people say, well, there was probably installments. No, every truck that I had bought for my fleet was paid off. I had the title in hand, went to DMV and signed them all over to him. I wanted to leave with no memories of that life. The only thing that I miss out of my old life, because I was very well off, was I missed my swimming pool. But when you are morbidly depressed, I never got in it but twice in 10 years. Now, that is how depressed I was. And I do miss that. But every time I would listen to music, and I listen to music loud because music is my passion, right? He would come in from work and say, turn that down. Let me tell you, when anybody tells you to turn down music is not a music lover. I'm sorry. But I miss the swimming pool. But I jinxed the swimming pool. So, yeah. But I'm not going to tell you what happened. I'm not going to tell you what happened in that swimming pool. I think I have, but it's not good to tell you today. I can't spill too much tea. But I also missed my dachshunds. I had 9 when I left, and I found out through many people that his ego wouldn't let me have any of my dogs, and they suffered greatly. I found out that their linens were filthy. They were not being taken to the vet. They were in pain. One of them was almost paralyzed, dragging her feet. I mean, I can tell you the stories, you know, but karma is always out there, and sometimes it takes years. It does take years. But those are the only 2 things I miss. I do miss my employees, and when they see me, they start crying. They go, oh, Mr. So-and-so is such a... That's what they tell me. Oh, well, that's his nickname. Yeah. So I don't like to say negative things about him, but this is coming from third party. So I've run my mouth enough. I better pay attention to my drive, and you all have a good day, and I'm happy.